Hey guys, Jeremy from Hey Dad RC here. I've got another video for you. I'm finally getting around to doing my final thoughts video on the Arrma Senton 4x4 short course truck. It's been a long time in the making, so I'm not even sure how relevant some of you watching this video. I'm not sure how relevant the video really is anymore. I'm sure there's a ton of them out on YouTube doing reviews on the Senton 4x4, but I'm still going to go ahead and give you my thoughts, and I'll try and keep it short and sweet. I bought this truck shortly after Christmas, so I've had it for a little over 6 months. And typically on anything that I buy that I'm going to do or kind of a review on, I always try to run 8 to 10 packs through any car. I think that amount of running will give you a pretty good idea, or at least gives me a pretty good idea, if it's something that I can recommend or not. And on this truck here, I'd say I ran 10 to 12 packs through it. I got a few runs in over the winter and a little bit more in the spring, and most of it here in the summer. But at the time I bought this truck, I think it was $240 when I got it. But now you can find it pretty much anywhere online, shipped to your door for $219. And I think, in my opinion, for what Arrma's offering at that price point for a 4x4 brush short course truck, completely ready to run. The only thing you got to do is supply the double A's for the transmitter, which is a tactic transmitter. I think is a phenomenal value. Even the battery you see there on the left that comes with this truck, it's a nickel metal battery, but it's 8.4 volts, 2200 milliamp hour, 7-cell hump pack. For a ready to run battery, that's actually pretty good. Wall charger, pretty much like any basic wall charger, it's going to take you several hours to charge a battery. So you're always, I think the first upgrade, if you're just getting into RC and you think you're going to like it, the first upgrade for anything is going to be to upgrade to a decent charger. Onto the truck though, I have beaten the tar out of this thing as much as I possibly could. And when I run cars that I purchase new that I want to do reviews on, I tend to run them a lot harder than I normally do when I'm just driving for my own leisure. I really want to beat on the thing to see how it handles my abuse. I was going to clean this truck up for this review, and I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to leave it as it sits. It's dirty, hard to tell with the body in this video looking at it. But once I get the body off, you'll see how dirty it is. This thing has handled everything I could have possibly thrown at it. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know that the one jump I have outside is actually quite tall. It's no Punisher that Charlie from being CRC's got, but it allows me to launch these vehicles pretty good. And I've taken this truck off of the large one time and time again. I'd say getting upwards 4 or 5 feet off the ground, end over end, barrel rolls. This truck has just taken everything. I haven't broken a single thing. I didn't even pop a shock cap off of this truck. The only thing that I thought that I broke was something in the steering linkage on one of my spring runs. Turns out it was just a pebble that got lodged up in the steering linkage, popped it out. This thing was good to go. I really, for my personal opinion on what I paid for this truck and what I've gotten out of it, and the fact that nothing is broke, I've just been really pleased. The body has taken all the abuse. One of the beauties with short course trucks, at least in my opinion, is the amount of protection that you get. Stout front and rear bumpers, side Nerf bars on a short course truck. It just offers you a lot more protection. That being said, with the body, it's taken all the abuse, not a single crack or anything. And that's one thing that Arrma did that I really liked. It was the first time in any vehicle that I bought that I've seen it, was they included this tape on all the points on the underside of the body where it could possibly come into contact with the chassis or the tires, just for a little bit of extra protection to wear against the paint starting to rub off. But I thought that was a great touch. Onto the truck itself, I'm not going to get into all the specs of everything. You can see it on one of my other videos, or I'm sure somebody else has videos on there where you can see all of that stuff. So I'm not going to get into those particulars because I'm trying to keep this short. But as you can see looking at the chassis, it is dirty. Like I said, I have really beaten on this thing. I did see in somebody else's video that Arrma does not recommend that you put a brushless system in this truck. I'm not sure if I'm going to, and I'm not really sure, at least for my use, if it really needs a brushless system. At some point down the line, I might say to heck with it and go ahead and do it, but the 12-turn brush motor, I'm pretty happy. And like I said, you can see that it's dirty, nothing's broke. When I unboxed it, initially looked at this, I like these guards up here that prevents debris from getting up into the chassis. But at the same time, I was also wondering, well, the stuff that does get inside the chassis with these guards being up here, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to get it out. But other than that stone that I had lodged in the steering linkage, nothing else has gotten in here except for a little mud when I was running it when it was wet. And obviously you're going to get grass in anything. But now that I'm done running this truck for review purposes, I'll give it a good cleaning. I'll take the air to it and clean it all out. But again, for the price point, what you get with this thing, how durable it is, how easy it is to work on. Although I have not worked on it, I have not touched a single thing because I haven't needed to. And aside from a 2S LiPo, I wanted to run it as much in stock form as possible to give a good, honest review. And in my opinion, again, I'm no fanboy of any particular company. I like what I like, and that is a wide array of different manufacturers for me. But in my opinion, excellent value. And I think when Arrma designed this, I think they put a lot of thought into its intended audience. Younger people, people newer to the hobby, a lot of bang for your buck, a lot of performance, and not a lot of time on the workbench whatsoever. I really think they did a phenomenal job with everything about this truck, all the time that they took to get it to what it is. And I really couldn't be happier with it. Personally, I'm usually not a fan of short course trucks, but I always like to keep one in my stable of vehicles. This one I will most assuredly hang on to. It has been a ton of fun. It has been a beast. And for what it's worth, X amount of months later, that's my final thoughts on the Arrma Senton 4x4 Mega Short Course Truck. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, as always, please leave a like, comment, and if you haven't, please subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that as I continue to do new videos, you'll know about it. Until next time, I hope everyone has a great day. Take care.